That's kind of loud. That's kind of loud. Alright. Just gonna wait for people to start joining. We'll just chill with this for a bit. Pog champ. Stream synths. Okay. Now that's better. Right, just gonna keep waiting for people to join. We're gonna bin at that desktop display you have is so sick. Yeah, it took me some time to make. So basically, it's like kind of like you could use wallpaper engine. You could use anything. I use something called Lively, and I just have like a video of this. That's the videos in the background, and then I use like a program to put these in. It's all Persona. You can actually like use it. Click on the things. Like I want to open up a Firefox, it opens up on the other screen though. It's kind of cool. You can do it like with a lot of themes. It's really fun to play around with. But I thought it would be cool to have this in the background as well, because I'm gonna be making a Persona 5 overlay. So it's it fits in. Yeah, mastermind lol. Oh yeah, I mean it can be a bit difficult at the beginning, but as soon as you actually figure it out, it's quite easy actually. You just have to like find the things you want to use yourself, and then replace them with like some other stuff that's already been using. Like you can just like find it on YouTube and download like a preset, like download the preset and then just switch out the image files or whatever, and then you can just do like however you want. Right, you know what? I think I'm gonna start. So basically, what this is supposed to be my new overlay, right? Like my new streaming overlay. For typically when I play Osu or when I wanna have an overlay on my game. And I'm gonna go in detail with how I make it. Since there's one of my viewers and one of my requesters who wants to begin himself. So I've promised to make a stream as well with how I make them. So this will be saved for the VOD, so you can watch it. But yeah, first of all, what you want to do is get Photoshop, obviously. Like you need something to make your stuff with. I recommend Photoshop, or like Adobe Photoshop CS6. Just use it, it's good. But yeah, start off with go into File, go into New, and this is gonna be This depends like what width and height you want to have. So let's say you're streaming in 1080, you want to have a 1080 overlay, or if your screen is 1080, you want to have a 1080 screen. If you have a 720, like if you have the stream to 720, you can make a 720. It really depends on like what you want this on, depending on your screen and what you want to stream with. So I'm just gonna go with 1080 because that's the most normal one. Make sure to put resolution at 100 or it's gonna look bad. Alright, we have a white place. This is basically where everything happens. This is where we put a background in, this is where we do everything. It all needs to be put on this. So, first of all, you want to figure out what theme you want to go with. For me, I want to go with a Persona theme. So, I just find a Persona background. We go in Persona 5. We search for 1920 because it's 1920 we want to look for, since that's our background. And also do free because you don't want to get striked for using something that isn't free. Alright, so you just find something you want to use, and this is really important. The background is actually really important to some details. Like when you look at it, you have to think, okay, let's take it. Let's take this one for example. Let's download that, save that somewhere, and you want to press file. You want to place whatever the thing you just downloaded, the background, and it's gonna get placed in here. Enter. There you go. About to get my notepad and pencil, I'm taking notes. Alright. Okay, so you wanna imagine like you have your game. You wanna imagine you have your game here, right? You wanna imagine you have like your game. I'm actually just gonna like put some in for an example. Like, we wanna have a game here, right? This is in where our game is. Do you wanna have cam? Okay, you have a cam down here. Okay, you have a chat. Okay, I'll have a chat up here, right? You want last follower, like now playing. It's bigger. You want, you see? Oh, I want my PP counter. Okay, you see now it's starting to form. All of this you have to think about when you go in here and look around for a wallpaper. So, just gonna get rid of these. Boom. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna go with this, simply because I want something. I want something that has a character on the right side. So let's say you could also have like let's say where's the one? Like on this, we have somebody here. We have a character here. That's gonna be filled in at the chat. So let's say I'll make a chat here, and basically when I make a chat, I make it so you can see through it. So you can see the character in the background. So you don't have to put a background. I mean, fuck, sorry. You don't have to find your own character and insert it, since it's already in the background. So that's something you kind of spare. So you can go find a character for the left side instead. But if you want, you can also find like one that has a character over here on the left side, and you can just like kind of rotate it or do something with that. I can show you here. We have this, right? And we can, if we press Ctrl T, we get to move around with the thing. We get to scale it. Right now I'm only holding left mouse. This is the way you don't do it, because you're fucking up the scaling of it. You see, like it looks bad, and then it looks good. You want to hold in shift, and then one of the corners. This way you don't fuck up the resolution, you just kind of, you hold it, or you just make it smaller and bigger. So you want to make it so it fits the whole thing. The thing I actually wanted to show you is, let's say this character was on the left side, but you want him on the right side. You can just flip horizontal. So that's something you can also do. If you see like a background that has some nice things on the left side, but you want it on the right side instead, just flip it. Also vertical if you're into that stuff. You can do a lot of things. Alright, let's actually find a background I want to use. So I'm thinking I want obviously like some kind of black-red theme to everything. I really like black and red, so Persona is just amazing for me. Like when it comes to that, also the art of Persona is really cool. So you might have to think about, you want to make a persona thing, like persona themed. Not just from the background, but also the fonts, how everything looks. You want to make as much persona as it is. Stay true to the theme. Alright, let's look for a background. What would be cool? Something that's a lot of red and blackish. And this can take a lot of time. Like, you need to pick the right background. The background is essential. It's the most important. It's your base. It's essentially like, if you have a bad background, you're gonna have a bad overlay. So, it's really important. Oh, I guess oh. This is kinda cool. You see it? Resolution sucks. Go away with that. Let's see. Kinda cool. I was actually also thinking, like you could, if you're also doing Persona 5, you're either gonna do the black and red, or we're gonna do the, you know, like when they use their personas. You could also do something like that if that's in your interest. But I'm gonna keep to the black and red. If you can't find it, like something you want to use in here, just go on the websites and check. It's typically something in there that's also really good, really cool. It's mostly the same, but sometimes it's just kind of gives you a better impression. So this one would have been cool, right? But I don't like the text over here, and I don't like the general background. This is kind of cool, but all the white here is kind of going against the black and red. This just looks weird. Why is he like a baby here? Okay. Let's actually find something that we want to use. Like this could actually be cool in a sense, like the whole thing, but it's not that usable. Maybe I should have found a black background before I started. Because now we're just gonna like look for one, because we want to find, you see, like you want to find the perfect background, or it's gonna be terrible. You want to make sure you actually find the best you can. It's mainly the same thing, so I'm gonna have to like choose one of them and just end up using that. Hey Doku, okay, let's see this one for a second. Let's try this. I couldn't see half of it, but let's see. Oh god, the scaling is kind of bad. So what I'm thinking here is basically, we have this, right? But this is gonna not appear since the overlay is gonna. How are you? I'm good, thanks, man. I'm trying to, like this stream, I'm just explaining how I make my overlay, and I'm trying to make my new overlay. So we'll just do like something like this. So we kind of have him here on the right, like this. You just managed. I think this could work, actually. Yeah, Persona theme, you're right. The thing is, I know I'm gonna have the overlay to be kind of like, we have the thing here, so his face would be cut out. So I would have to like move this more, like over here. But you just kind of like work around with. Okay. If you ever have like one of these things here, you want to get that away, just press this and get away. Alright, so let's make sure we get it the way we want. So right now the hand isn't really that important to me, I think. As long as we can kind of see the fingers and we kind of see this here, where it goes like, and we have the blood here. As long as that's kind of within this line here. So we go down here. Let's see. Okay, let's try and put something on for fun's sake. Say we have the overlay here, right? And we have the chat here. And we have something else down here. Another thing here. Another thing there. So kind of like this. I think this would be pretty cool for a persona overlay. We can use that. Alright, so when you have the background set in place, you want to know, yeah, like you know what you're gonna do with it. You want, first of all, you want to put this layer together with this layer, because if I decide to later cut in this background, okay, if it says that, like if you can't cut it, you cannot complete because it's not a small object, it's not directable, editable. You can press this can here and just say yes. There you go. Now you can cut in it. So basically, you're gonna want to use this tool here if you want to cut something out. So what I'm gonna show here is I've selected the background and I cut in it. It's not transparent because there's another layer behind it, and that's the base layer of everything. So what you can do, by the way, to go back or regret something, you press Ctrl Z. So you go one back like that. You wanna make sure that you have an empty layer here. If there's no layer because you somehow deleted it, you can press this one and it will pop up a new one. So this is the one you pop up is automatically transparent. So you could just delete this if you want to, and then have this. So when I cut this again, it's actually transparent. But you want to merge these two together so you don't have to think about it at all. What I want to do is have this below this, right click, and then merge down. So now they're one. So if I go to this and I delete something, it's just transparent, and that's it. So now we have the background. We can double click here and we can decide to type. Something you want to do though is, if your background doesn't fit exactly like in this, and you have moved it around, so there's like something up here or something out here, under here, like if I move it around, you see, you want to save this as, then as PNG, and then like call it background persona. I'm actually just gonna make a folder, so I have that for later. I'll do like my own training overlay, blah blah. Make a folder. Make sure you have a folder for everything you do. Like I have a folder for all things, and I also save. Sometimes I save the PSD file as well, so you can go in and edit it. So we have persona, and we have the background. We save that, and now we go back in place. We take that and we place it. So now it actually is 100% fit in this area. We can delete the other one. So now if you move this, there's nothing extra. Just this is how the background is now. There's nothing to do about it. But yeah, we're gonna have to do this again. Like do this and merge down. You do that a lot. Like merging down, you want to merge things together with an empty layer to be able to cut through it all the way. So now we have a background set in place. One thing you can do to tweak your background is like the colors, the contrast, is go in here and then just play around with it. Like let's say you want to do auto. That's typically what I do. I just press auto and see how it changes. If it changes for the better or the worse. So this is okay. There's some more color or some more brightness here. It's not really what I'm going. This is not really what I'm going for. So what I do is we put the brightness up. Okay. I kind of like the contrast normally, so I could set it up myself a bit. So if we put it back to legacy. Okay, actually this one is kind of bad for this overlay. If it doesn't work out, like you don't find anything that looks better, typically when you do this brightness contrast and you press auto, it actually fixes a lot of things, like the colors, makes it better looking. So if you don't want it, you can just delete it. Get this away as well. If that doesn't work, you can go with this one, the curves. And basically what you want to do is just take this one and then pull it down a bit. it will have the same kind of effect. You can just kind of play around with whatever you want to do. You see, like go for crazy with the contrast. You can just darken the bottom a bit if you want to. Also up here, like, so basically this makes it darker. This is kind of like everything. And then up here is the brightness. So you can kind of do it manually here. I typically just put this and I put it down a bit. It's kind of different like for each background. So you have to play around with it. When you're done with that, you can also just merge that down together with the background. So now we have the background ready. And since we already have that, we might as well just save the thing. And in our PSD, we're just gonna save the overlay as a PSD. So if we don't, like, if something fails with Photoshop, we can just open that up and then it's saved. Because you actually have to manually save. It doesn't auto-save. So remember to go in here and save often. Like whenever you do a big change, whenever you do something, go in here and save it. Alright, now we have the background set in place. Now we wanna go for the game border or layer and the cam layer. So what you wanna do, or what I do, so this is something I've learned from the guy who teach me. Basically, you make a new layer. You use this tool here. Okay, wait, no mind. Ignore that. Okay, we go. I forgot which. I have basically like two samples, like two types of overlays I do, and I forgot I was supposed to do the first one and the second one. So basically, to do this, you want to duplicate this, right? This is gonna be really crazy, okay? And you name it Osu, or typically it's an Osu overlay I make, so I just call it Osu. You could just call it like game. Call it whatever you want. It has no importance. Just call it whatever you want. Now press Ctrl T and hold Shift. Put it up here, and then don't hold Shift anymore. Move it a bit down, like this. It will do like however you want. Do you want it to be closer to the edge? You want it to be further away? You decide. I typically just go a bit away from the background so we still see it kind of around it. And then we just pull it down. Make sure to hold Shift, please. I beg of you. Hold Shift down. So basically this is gonna be the game overlay. We just pull it down until we are satisfied. So I'm thinking this, like right here, could be good. We still have this here. We have the face here. That's good. Press enter. Now that's saved. It's just how it is. Right there. Now you want to cut this thing in here. So to be able to like actually see what's going on, we can press the eye here for the background. So this is more clear. So basically what I'm gonna do now is kind of make like an edge, a border. We're gonna make a cut into this, right? We use this tool for cutting things still. So make sure you basically cut everything off except for the edges, like this. And you can make this like thicker if you want. You can make it thinner. I typically go for like a little bit thin, not too thin. Kind of like this. And when you have it set in place, you make sure everything is okay. It's the biggest up here as it is here. Also here, that's good. Okay. You put this back on. You play Minecraft Hardcore right now, where you're gonna die if you keep listening. We make this visible again, and we press delete, so we do the cut. Now we did a cut here, and then we go down here, and we do a cut there as well. Boom. So now, what we have left, to get this thing away, just press somewhere, like that. So now we basically just made like the game overlay, or the place where you put the game in. But it's very like not visible. We want borders in here, or strokes actually. They're called strokes. So we go back to our game. We double click, and then we have like these options we can do. They are basically like all the visual options we have. So like the strokes, there comes like a thing here, some auto glow. Move around with that, like however you want. They have like different things they do, but always use the stroke. Depending on your background, you're either gonna use a black or you're gonna use a white. So if you have a very dark background like I have now, this is dark colors, it's not visible with the dark, so we're gonna use a white one instead. So it's like this. And then you can kind of like, you want to make it almost not visible, you can like kind of do whatever you want with the size. I typically have it at 2 or 3, depending on how visible it's gonna be. So right now I think I'm gonna leave it at 2. Or actually I'm gonna leave it at 3, so it's very visible, right? And that's basically all you need to do. Now you have this here. And you have done the game. I'm actually just gonna do this where I can actually see more stuff when we're working with this again. It's kinda hard to see. Alright. Now, since we already have this, we can also, oh wait. I kind of forgot to do the cam as well. I forgot to copy the background out because now we have already cut this, so we can't just copy these and use them again. So we're gonna just gonna go in and place the background again, because we're gonna use it again for the cam as well. This is gonna be the cam. Just Control T, hold Shift, and then put it down here instead. Make it whatever size you want. You want like a tiny fucking camera, you can do it like that. You want a big ass one, you can go like that. But I typically always make sure it's a bit above the edge here, so it kind of goes into the other, like this. It's kind of hard to see down here, so just move the background, put it down like this. I think that's good. I want to make sure I have enough space. You always want to think about space, like you're filling out everything. If you don't like to fill out things, that's okay, but I just like to fill out the space I have, so we get as much things in here as possible. So we're just gonna do the same as we did with the game. We get close here, make sure we do this right. Just do the same thing again, use this tool, and then kinda cut it with all the edges how you want it. So I'm not happy about this one, so I just click again and we try again. This can be pretty hard to do at first, since you need to be kinda precise with it before you do. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. You won't die, okay. So I'm thinking this is pretty good, right? Just move it a bit. Yeah, that's good. Delete that. Oh, okay. Whenever it says that, like, it's not directed a bit editable, just use the can. And it's gonna make it so you actually can do something with it. We just go back here again. Delete. Make sure this is visible again. We also delete some of the game because we don't want to see this piece in here. This piece in here is irrelevant, so we also delete that. And we can see there's a bit of tip here. We can fix that right after. Just also the background, delete that as well. And we go into cam and we add the stroke, make it white. And typically you want to have the cam to be smaller than the game overlay or the game strokes. So you just leave the stroke at 2. Press away, go out, and we have it like this now. I should have probably made more room for it down here, but whatever. So now you see like how it's very thin. It's very thin, and I kinda don't like that. So what you can do is hold Alt, Control, and Set, so you can go back multiple times. You can't do it unlimited. You only have a few chances. But at least we have fixed it until we get back here. So that was too thin for me. I didn't like that. So we can just Control Alt and then not C, I mean set. So I don't know if you can, like for you live, these buttons, just press all of them, press Control and Alt, and then keep pressing the last one. Set. You return. Alright, so I'm just gonna try again. Make it so it's more visible. Go with a bit more thickness this time. Not too much. This should be better. Try that. Of course it's gonna say the same thing again, so you just do the same thing again. Just the whole procedure. Like that. In here with the cam, double click that. Stroke. Go in there. Color. White. Click OK. Click away. And now it's a bit more figured. It's not too thin. It's just right. Just like how I wanted. So that this really depends, like how thick it is, how thin it is. It depends on personal preference. You decide that. It could be insanely thick. I don't know, if you like thickness, you can do that. But that's basically like this. And now we actually have an overlay. We could literally use this, and you could just put whatever you want in here and up here. Like if you just have like, okay, I have a also visualize. I'm just gonna put that in here. Or I have like a program that shows now playing. I don't need something around it. It looks cool in its own. This is enough for an overlay for some people. But if you want to have like last sub, last donation, chat, now playing, like those things, like you want to like actually make strokes and like borders for them, you can also do that. Which I always do. It just looks better. So, what I typically go for after this is to make the chat. So, this time we have already made the cuts, we have already made the stuff. If you don't want to look at this transparent stuff, you can just place your background again. And then we put this, we just have to press enter so it's actually placed. And we put this behind the background. So it's like this. And when it's like this, you can actually see we missed a bit. We actually missed a bit here. And here. So we need to delete that from the game one. So we can just easily just do this. It's not gonna have effect on the other things, because it only affects the game because we clicked here. There we go, now that's fixed. Yep. Alright, so next we're gonna do the chat. And well, actually let me think. What do we want on the different things? We want a chat, obviously. We want a chat here with some stuff on. I want my name here. Maybe my name here, I don't know. It depends on some stuff. So I want my chat. I want my chat here. I always want last follower. I always want now playing. And I don't know if I'm gonna do last donation or if I'm gonna do last subscription. Might as well do last donation. So we have to kind of think. Okay, we could have a character here. We could have now playing, and then we could have something like last follower and last donation. How about the iron sword? Damn. Easy. Good job. But yeah, so you have, like at this point you actually have to kind of think about what you want to do before you do it. That's about this whole progress. You have to think a lot. You have to think in the future. What are you gonna do in the future? Yeah, that's important. Alright, so to make the chat, we put a new layer that's gonna appear above this. We have a new layer, we just call that chat. And we're gonna use this one as if we're cutting something. We're not gonna cut something though. We're just gonna make this thing of this. How do you want your chat? You want to be this big, you want to be thin, like a square, whatever. I want to have it like this, I think. Lots of space. Equal from here to here and here to here. And we can like put that more in the middle, so there's also equal length from here to here and like here to here or something. So we could put that down later. Okay, now what you want to do is the can here. The can, if we click on something that is edible, it's gonna put a color around in this area. And it depends on which one is here. So if we click this, it's gonna be white instead. Click back again, it's gonna be black. You can click on this, you can get your own colors. Or you can just type in the color code for that. You can search like on Google for the different color codes. Like if I type in red color code, there's gonna be a code. Just put that and copy it in here. It's gonna automatically go to like one of the colors. But for now, I just want to do black and white. And I'm gonna use black here. So you press this, make sure it's black, and then press this. Now, up here in opacity, we make that 50. We press enter. And we duplicate this. So duplicate layer. Okay. And then we make this one's opacity 100. And then we make the fill 0. So now they're like on top of each other. And then we double click. Damn, only just found the Discord. Oh, damn. It's recently new, so it's probably why. So we want to go in here and we add a stroke. Same as we did up here, we add a white stroke. Press OK. Since this one is in the way, we just put this tool, click somewhere, it's gone. Now we have the basic area for the chat. It's a bit see-through. We still have the character, you can see in the background. Just gonna go like this, you can actually see how it's gonna look. You enjoying that shit? Damn, thanks. So, if you're not happy about the placement, you have to make sure you do move both of them at the same time. So you just go up to the first one and hold shift and then press down here, so you move both things. Make sure you have this on, move. And then with like your arrow keys you can go like this, or you can hold shift and do arrow keys so it makes bigger jumps. So I kinda wanna make it in between here, so it leaves as much space here and here. It's kinda in the middle here. Kinda like this, I like that. Alright, so that's for the chat. And this is basically like, this is what I did here. This is basically whatever you do when you want to add chat, you want to add now playing, you want to add last follower, you want to add last donation, last subscription, anything like this. You just do it like this, and you can do something with the opacity yourself if you want to. Like, you want to like just a white, like a black, or you just want it to be a completely see-through, you can just do that. But typically I like doing it 50 because it's just enough black for you to be able to see people typing here. So make sure what like the color that people are typing in, like let's say you want to make sure they type in white, because black, like white on black, is very visible. So you make sure you do that in Streamlabs. Alright, and now over to the next one. So we could either do, I'm thinking about like doing a now playing, like I've already done, I'm half hard and I have no food. Oh, you're gonna die, man. So, I can actually just show the Discord real fast. In here. So, like these two products here, I already did, you see, we have a chat. This time it's basically gonna look kind of like this. But we're gonna do it with like mine, and we don't have this one here. So it's basically gonna be with, we have the character, we have the now playing, last donation, last follower, and we have the chat here. So that's what I'm going for. Just with this. Oh, thanks, man. Let me just see you there. Oh, Doku, welcome. And Hexel, welcome. Don't you just say welcome to both of you. There we go. Hexel. And Doku. You have shelter? Alright, good. Good, man. Stay alive. Alright. So, since we already know what we're gonna do, we can decide to go find a character now and put the character and then place the things according to how the character is. Or we can put the things and find the character according to how the things down here are placed. I'm gonna find the character first. And I'm thinking either Joker or one of the others. So it could be the cat girl down here, like Okumara or Haruka, whatever you call her. Or it could be, I mean, Erika. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Fuck. Okay, we could have Anne, like Takamaki down here, and we could have Haru or Ruchi. But I think I'm gonna go for like the normal Joker guy. So basically, we could just go on something and you search PNG, like whatever character it is you want to have, and just PNG. Go into pictures, and now you can see it's transparent basically, or backgrounds that are easily edible, so you can get them out. So what I'm thinking, right? Let's get some nice looking character in. It could be Joker himself. I think I'm gonna go with Joker, just cause he has a cool design. He has the black and red design, which is and also white with the mask, which is basically what I've been doing in the whole theme. So we're just gonna find something with that. Persona 5. Instead of going characters, we don't go Joker. And we just find anything. Like this could be cool, we could use that. This could be cool, we could use that. Kind of have like to test around with it. Also make sure to do free so you don't get copyrighted, you don't steal somebody. Sometimes it's not visible, like here. You just click on it and then it's gonna bring you somewhere and you're gonna get hacked. Joking. You could easily find a good one like this. Just download that and go back in here and place it. If it doesn't work, that probably means that was like from the website itself. Like, yeah, like this. So these ones are kind of hard to download because you can't really download them like that. So you would have to like copy it instead. Like go in here and copy it. You'd have to do that instead. But sometimes copying doesn't really work that well. For example, this is not transparent, it's just a black background, and this is not gonna be good because this character is also black. Basically, like, I have a tool to remove all of this. So basically, if you go here and you use the magic wand tool, and you click on this, okay, it's actually really surprisingly good. If it's, make sure it doesn't like, make sure it gets all of your character. You can see there's something with the blade up here. It's just kind of deleting. So basically anything out of this zone here, it's gonna delete or remove. So it's also gonna lose something here. I think also at the legs here a bit. Let's try it. Just delete. Get it out. You see, there's some things that got lost in the picture. I mean, you can't just get hacked. I mean, it's just like you don't go into like some kind of like weird website and you download something. You could download something with an exe file or something just hidden there. I don't know. Just be careful about where you download shit from. It's just kind of a joke. But yeah, we can't really use this because it's kind of fucked. So we could return to how it was before and do it ourselves. But I'm gonna keep looking for one that actually works. We could go back to the one from earlier. This one that was here. Because that's also from the wiki. So that's fine, you can take that. Joker. Yeah, you can't really download these, I think. Actually, you could copy this. We could copy this and we could download it. Let's try it out. Actually, it's whenever it says like WEBP file or picture, it doesn't really work that well. So just copy it or something. God damn it, it's still black. It's not black here. It triggers me. Damn. Can't use it. Try getting heals. No, you don't get healed by rotten flesh, man. Well, you do, but be careful. Alright, okay, that's actually kind of cool. But you see, this is owned by somebody, right? You could ask for permission to use it from them. You see, like somebody already did that apparently, like made another version of it. But yeah, just be careful you don't like take somebody, because somebody made this art, and you either want to ask them or you just make sure it's free. You see, this one actually says free, so we can actually just take this and use it. Just always be careful. Just make sure. Copyright complaint. Money. If it's free, use it. If it's not, don't use it. Oh, he died. Damn. Rip Doku. Rest in peace. We go place that. Now this is an actual PNG, so it's already see-through. And now, if you want to get rid of this, you just make sure you have this clicked. Just take the tool, get rid of that. Again, it says it's not edible. Just use the can of wonders. Click on that. Go back here. Delete. It's gone. Control T. Flip horizontal. And make sure I hold shift. Get that little thing down here. You see? It's not really the colors I want. It's kind of too gray and blackish, so it doesn't really fit that well. But it's kind of cool looking, and also something up here missing. So I won't be using this. So yeah, I went through all of this just to check if that one worked. But yeah, we want something that has a lot of red in it, kind of like this. Is that him? Oh my god, it's that's kind of cool. Damn. The fuck is that? Damn. Nice. You could use anything really. If you like it, just use it. But this is a cool banner idea. Like using this cotton. Just have like this guy in the background. Oh, that's funny. Femboy wipes. Yeah. 3 Persona 5 Joker PNG. Nani? Let's see what's in here. You'll go anywhere to find these. Oh, that's kind of cool though. If I had a theme with her, this would probably be the one I used. Hold up. Hold up a minute. By the way, if you find one you really like, you could always do the cutting in the Photoshop. I can show you how to. Because it's not always you can find, like if it's not a popular character, it's gonna be hard to find. Is this the one? No, it's not. Sometimes it can be hard to find a PNG version of a character you like. So you would have to like cut out the thing. This is not working. I'm getting scammed. And there we go. Come on. Please. I want it. I just save it. See if it works. Okay. So we might as well just cut this one out ourselves. Yeah. Let's just do that. We don't have time to wait. Oh wait. Oh yeah, we don't have time to wait waiting for this to work. So we're gonna do the cutting ourselves. First of all, always just check if you can actually get rid of stuff by doing this. As you can see, it's not really working. Kinda just fucks your eyes up a bit. So basically what you wanna do, is it even good quality? It's not even good quality, is it? Nah, fuck it. It's good enough. You wanna use this. You wanna use the polygonal lasso tool. Yes. And just like how you would cut anything out of paper, whatever, zoom real close and then just start cutting. You don't have to go real close. You just do like small cuttings like this. Just make sure you don't. This is like obnoxious, by the way. Because if you misclick, like you fail this one, this is like one time only. You do this. If you click on this, the line again, it's gonna reset everything. Sellers, what's your favorite Nekoma player? Probably the setter. It's pretty big brain. Just as you can see, I fucked it up. So now you have to restart. Yeah, I can now. So that's why you you typically want something that has a background in it, or something you can just remove really fast. Just look for something else to use. I mean, we might as well just use the normal, like the ones that are most obvious to use. Like something with this. Who is this? Oh, it's already downloading, okay. Who's that? I forgot. Ah, Casimir, yes. She also has that kind of like red white, like red black theme. She could be used. Anything that fits the theme. Wait, is that? Oh, that's like a figure. Nice. That's from Danganronpa. Steal the hearts of corrupt adults. We could also put that in and just like hide it in the background. You could do that. That one is kind of cool. Yeah, you also spend a lot of time, like the same with the background. You also spend some time looking for a good PNG or just character to use. It kind of looks weird though. It's like a manlier version. Bro, what the fuck? Stop going back. Bro, I'm getting bamboozled. Sometimes you actually have to like figure out how to download the thing. It can be obnoxious. Probably because I don't have an account. God damn it. Some point we're gonna find something. Fuck this website. It sucks. You could just search for the image and find it yourself. Or find something that looks like it. This has been used on a book. You can find like all kinds of places. It's in here. That one's kind of cool. Like, there's a lot of options in here as well. I think we could literally just press in this one and download this. Yeah. Sometimes you have to like go around, find it, and then while you're looking for it, you find something that's better somehow. But I think this one is gonna work, just like that. Do the thing. We can edit it. Get rid of this. I think it says free somewhere, so it's probably good to use. It's fair. Flip that. Move it like how you want it. Like I would probably have it like this. Here. Also make sure to save. Alright, so now we have that in place. Sometimes I like to just go in here and just like replacing this character a bunch of times. So it's just like a persona, like instead of it being one theme, I just keep replacing the character. Or I have a background I keep replacing or something. It's still the same, but since this is a persona theme, it's not just a Joker theme, it's a persona theme. So I could easily just pick like another character if I want to. So you could also do that with like, if you, let's say you have like an anime with a bunch of characters in it, and they're all like pretty nice. You could just use all of them, so it's just like a theme of the anime, instead of just like the one character. But yeah, we're gonna be using this one. Typically I like to put shadows on him. And sometimes I like to put a stroke on it. But most of the time it's just a shadow, because it makes sense that there's a shadow. I like to keep it at 120, but you can also do a 90. Just always make sure that the blend mode is set to normal. Whatever it is you do, if it's outer glow, whatever it is. Always have the blend mode to normal, it's really important. For the drop shadow, keep the opacity at 75, because no shadows are 100% visible. They're always like a bit weird. You go 10, you go 8, and you go 10, and that's it. You can like click on these here to like remove them. You see, it's actually a bit of difference, but it's there. Alright, we can put him, as long as he's above the game, he's fine. It's like this. Alright, let's continue to the now playing, because that's where we're placing besides him. So we add a new layer, call it now playing. Do the same thing again as we did up here. Use this tool, figure something out, a length. For now playing, typically you want like a good lengthy one. Like this is probably better. And when we have this again, get the bucket, make sure it's black, click on it, opacity 50, copy that, or duplicate it, opacity 100, fill 0, double click this. If you can't double click it because the name is too long, you can right click and then go blending options. You go in, stroke, white stroke, enter, okay. Get rid of the white thing, you can see it now, there you go. If you want to move it around again, click the thing, hold enter, click this thing, you can move it around now. Alright, now we have now playing. Now we need to add last follower, do same thing again, and we just make like one for it down here. Like this. Do the whole thing again. 50, duplicate, 100, 0, enter, double click, stroke, wide. Okay, okay. This thing, boop, get away. Stop moving them. And move it how you want it, like this. Now, since we have last follower and we're also gonna have another one up here, we can just duplicate these two. So make sure they're marked, both of them, duplicate them. And you just rename them. So like last donation. Last donation copy. Just move them as well. Hold shift, arrow key up. You had a sudden commitment. I watched the what after. Good life. Okay. I see. Well, at least you're here now. It's kind of late, but it's fine. I made sure to. I can send you the VOD as well. I can download it. I can send it to you. Because like in 2 weeks or something, if you're gonna use the video, it's not gonna be there in the VODs. So I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna release it on YouTube and I'll send it to you. So don't worry about it too much. Alright. Now we have the things we need. Placements are good. Now we can start adding texts. A good thing I recommend to do, so this one that like all this stuff here doesn't get confusing, is make like small folders for them. So what I would recommend is like here make a folder and then have the character and then these two in here. And then we just have like one here for, just gonna leave the background on. That's good for advertisement, by the way, like leave the background on like this. Have one version with and one without. Kind of looks cool. Just gonna make a folder here as well for these. Just call this background. Close this one down. Call this one cam game character. Close this one down. And then up here, this is all the extra stuff. Extra. Close that. And we're gonna make a new one for texts. And for text, you just go in here, press this one. Then you get the fonts, what size, Also make sure this is white. And now we do, you know what, let's first of all try and do the name. So here, I'm gonna have the name here, I think. Or should we do the name here? I feel like I always do my name here, so that would probably be better. I'm just gonna name myself Kimi. Gonna have it here. Just make it smaller. By the way guys, size matters. Don't make this too big or too small. We want an average size. Right, we can change the font later, but just make sure you have like a place for it. Okay, this is good. This thing automatically kind of like stops you. As you can see, like it's moving. Sometimes it stops. It's gonna stop at the middle here, and it's gonna be like harder to move a bit. See? It's gonna be harder to move. So now then you can kind of tell if it's in the middle from doing this. Do you have a face cam? I mean, I usually don't use face cam. I usually just go with, like, this is just a cam for everything. Like, if you want to use face, you can use face here. If you want to use the cam just for like your hands, like whatever is going on here, it's just a multiple option choice. Like, if you want to have your visualizer instead of like your face or your keyboard, you could also just put the visualizer in here. So it depends. So now we want to edit the text, right? I've started doing something that looks pretty cool, right? This is complicated, okay? We add a stroke. We make sure, like normally you would have like, this is how it normally would look. Like you have a black stroke. We add some we add some shadows on it. 10, 8, 10. We have some shadows on it. We have an outer glow. Put opacity to 100. Make it black. Have this set to 75, and this down here to 100, and then this could be like this depends on like the thing around it. You can like, kind of like mess around with these things, but this is like normal. So now we have like a basic white black text. With that, you want to add some color. You can do color overlay. Choose like whatever color you want. So it's like just one main color, or you can do a gradient where it goes. Click on this. You can like pick a color from out here. If you click this, pick a color, and then the other one. Do some other color, also red, or you could do like gray, white. We could do like so it's black. We can, if you're not happy about it, you just move this, and then move the other one. So it switches. We can like move this around a bit. This kind of looks cool, right? This is what normally you would do. But there's a technique I've been using recently, where it like merges the text and the background together, and then you can use you can move the background around to get this kind of like cool effect. So save a gradient again. Go to stroke. Make it white. Go to outer glow. Outer glow we're gonna like do something with after we have put the background in. And just keep the shadow as was before. Now we want the background from before that we used. Oh, did I delete it? Wait, what happened to it? Okay, so make sure the background is above the text. Hold Alt and then go in between here. When it's showing this like thing here, just click left click. And now it's behind, or rather inside the text, and you can move it around to try and get like a cool effect that's from the background itself. And if you're not sure like where everything is, you can just switch between them like this, and then you can move the background here as well. So let's say I want to get like this blood effect thing. I want to get this. Just move this back up here again. Just like this. If you want, you can also like do the size of it, the background. If you want to get like more detailed things in it, you can do a lot of things like with this. It's kind of cool. I think this looks pretty cool, like having it like this. But yeah, just gonna find some kind of font. We're just gonna click, click, click with the arrows. Make sure you download fonts, like a lot of fonts. Look for fonts you like. I'm gonna go get a Persona font. I'm sure there's a Persona font, and typically I go with the font. The font is pretty good for this. Like they have a lot of different fonts people like to use. Just search for Persona 5. Maybe they have it. They don't, so that's sad. If they don't have it, just search for it. Persona 5 font. See if you can find something. Looks cool. Just go in here. This is the font they're using, like in the game, right? I think this is the font. Yep, if it says TTTF, TTF, like this, it's usually just the font. Let's try that. Alright, we can just open that. Install. Now it's installed. We just go in here and we can find it. Wait, what was it called again? P5 Hattie, okay. We go down to P for Persona. It's right there. So now that's the official font, like in the text they use in the game. So I guess that's pretty cool, right? But I'm not really happy with this. I want something more. I want to try some different ones, right? We're just gonna go search for some more. Persona 5 font generator. Okay, what is this? Write your text. Okay, Kimi. Okay. 803. Persona. This is more what I wanted. I have the P Hattie thing. Let's try with the. I kind of want to download the font itself, actually. But since it's like kind of special, I think we can just submit this. Actually, can I copy it? I wonder. Nope. Let's try and download it. See what it is. It's probably just gonna be the picture, I'm guessing. Okay, that's terrible. Okay, nah, fuck that. I want the Persona 5 font itself. Oh, this is just pictures. What am I doing? See if we can find it. That's the same thing again. TTF. Install. Let's try it. Okay, that oh, that looks terrible. The hell? Oh, this is not what I wanted. Wait, what? What is this supposed to be? Oh god. It's terrible. That's not a good font. That's a bad font. I thought it would keep this in here. Not make it see-through. I mean, in a way it's kinda like this. Wait, you know what? Let's just keep this font. I think. Can always try different ones. Just go through them all. Nani? Ah, goddamn. Sometimes it decides to crash on you, and that's why you save often. So now you have to like open this. And of course, because I'm stupid, I didn't save these. So now I have to do it again. This is why, this is a perfect example why you keep going in here and saving. Okay? Fucking remember it. Also, oh god. No, I'm not, okay, I'm not doing this again. I'm not grouping them again. I never do that. It's just to show off. Alright, let's try. I'm just gonna speedrun this. Oh wait, fuck. This was not supposed to be 0. Tendo is Bokutsu, but Satan. Could be. Still think Bokutsu is a... Wait, in a way, I guess, yeah. I guess Tendo could be. Bokutsu is just really special, though. I don't think anybody's gonna be like him. Directed to a shout out welcoming me and put 4 letters. Oh, nice. Park you. Oh, nice. You had a big growth. It's kind of cool. Alright, so now that I have this like how we want it with the background, like how this looks, you can either like leave it like this if you like that, or you can go in here and pick whatever color, like let's say red. I want to have a color red. Put this to 30 or like around here. You're gonna have to play around with it a bit. It's gonna be like kind of a glow to it instead. Like this. With more red glow. You can have it like that. Instead of having it like this. So it depends on if you like the glow, or if you don't. I think I'm gonna keep it because the game is not very glowy, so there's like not a lot of things that's glowing red. I think this is like very basic, just how it is. I like that font. It's cool. Alright, actually, just try and see what else there is. Like I have a lot of good fonts with this, I think. Very, very nice. I think that Persona one was actually okay. Like this one. But this up here, like the one I used before, just looks really good. Like this just looks really good. 14 centimeter. Morse code? Wait, what? 14 centimeters though. Damn. Legend. Alright. Let's go down and do this now. What's this? What's this Morse code mean? Morse code translator. Let's go. Oh. Sellers Kimi. Nice. I don't want to do like Sellers Kimi because like I'm not called Sellers Kimi. I'm called Kimi. Sellers is like just like something that I am. I'm just a Sellers man. Like I'm passionate. I'm a passionate man. So basically it's like the passionate Kimi. That's basically what the name means. So my name is Kimi and then Sellers is passion. So it's like passionate Kimi. So I would call myself Kimi. This overlay is starting to look good actually. I'm enjoying this. I think I'm gonna use this a lot. It's looking really good. This is working really well as well with the background. This whole theme here, and the character here is kind of good looking. Alright, let's just start adding texts. Now the text fonts like normally different for like with these. than it is for the name. But you could use the same one if you want to. It just not always looks good. I think this one could be fine to do overall. I'm starting to like the font itself. But with this we could actually also do the same thing with all of these as we did with this one. So we have the same kind of thing going on. We can just change it up a bit. We could make it like just all black. We could also make it like different. I think I'm gonna make the text a bit bigger. Like in between. Like this. See what looks good. Do we want to make it like grayish? Or do we want to just like make it black completely? Because it actually kind of looked good when it was just all black. And the red isn't really that great on this. I think like all completely black is probably really good on this. But well, if you just want black, you could just go color overlay and then do the black like this. Then you don't need to do this. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, what is that mouse code? Let me check. Okay, Kimi, park you. Yes. It's kinda cool though. Just like typing Morse code. Kinda funny. Just do the same again. Make the stroke white. Have the drop and outer glow. This 10.8. And then color overlay. To make it like that blackness. Yeah. Now we need one for the chat as well. Same thing again. Stroke, white. Color overlay, black. Outer glow. lot of these these settings you can like kind of like play around with. It's just these are like the ones I keep using because they fit most of the time they fit well. It's just like that. Find the middle. You could either like put it above here, or you could put it like in the middle for aesthetic. So you could have it like this. The chat could probably be a bit bigger. Like this. Alright. I think this is it. Now we have basically made the overlay. Now just make sure, now you just go File, Save As, and then PNG. It's okay. And let's open it up and check. So this is our final. That's how it looks. Looks pretty good. It's been like 1.5 hours. And I think I'm gonna be using this from now on. So now like when you like look into this, you can start like looking around. Okay, this looks nice. Okay, I can just go and edit that sometime if I ever find a better font. If I wanted something different, I can go change this character. I can always like switch him out if I want to. And the name I can also switch around with if I want to. Like, just make sure you save this with everything you have, if that's saved. So you have it saved as both PSD and of course your overlay. So now in here I have the background I used that hasn't been cut in. So if I want to reuse the background, I have it. I have the overlay I used, or like I'm gonna use, put on Streamlabs. I'm gonna use this, and we have the PSD, like so we can go in and edit stuff. I'm also gonna make one that has the background on, like this. We're not gonna save it. We're just gonna save as. So PNG. We're gonna have plus background. So now we have one in here. It's not saved yet. There we go. So now we have one with the background on as well. So now we have these two. Alright, I think that was what I was supposed to be showing. Let's see. Let's actually just try and put it on stream real fast. We'll add image, add source, add new source, Persona 5 only. We put this one on. We have that. Get the game or the display capture, or move that around a bit. Like that. And we're probably gonna have what? DU. Put the be right back. Get that down here. See? That looks cool. Looks good. It's cool. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to show, actually. I think this was it. So here we go. That was it. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and you have like some better understanding on how to make overlays and how to use Photoshop. And if any one of you is inspiring to become an amazing graphic designer like I am, like a little mini job you do, or just anything you want to do for free in your free time, this is definitely something you can use. And this is like a special style I use. Like with this, you could potentially also for the borders use this rectangle tool and then make them like this, and then just edit the things like the strokes. I just think it looks cooler with this, so it has like the background effects. Like that's a style. Like that's one of like that's the thing with my style. I like this style of overlay, so I do it like this. But you might as well also like just do it like this with a box. It's just more complicated. So let's say you have the box. Before you cut something out, you would have to add a layer like this, or else it's gonna delete. So it's like you need to be 100% sure what these things are before you start cutting, and you're gonna have to like start cutting them at the end. So before I cut these at the start, because when I do the cut, it's to get the background here with it in it. So there's like a bit of edge of the background there. But you don't need to do that, so you don't have to cut in the beginning if you make a mistake and all that. So you can just save it for the ending, and then just drop that one down there, and then cut that one, cut the background out. So you have this thing. That's like the most easy way to make an overlay, or like make these borders, just to have this tool here. You could also make it round, like a round edge. So it has like an edge to it. Maybe add like some shadows to it, you know. So it's different what you do, right? It's different. But I like to do like this. Right, yeah, that's it. I have absolutely nothing more to tell you. So yeah, I hope you liked this stream, and also welcome Nectar. You're kind of late. Yeah, I'm getting off now. At least you came here for like 2 seconds. I appreciate that. But yeah, where's Shock? I did it. Okay, I did it. But then the thing is, I did it with the groups. I grouped everything. Okay, I grouped it, and then I didn't save it, and I just couldn't bother to do it again. So that's why I just have it all like this now. I actually did like these were together, these were together, and then all the extras were together, all the text were together. But then I forgot to save the whole thing, and then Photoshop just crashed on me. But yeah, it's not necessary for me to group them. It just kind of looks cool. It's more like personal if you want to group them or not. But yeah, I usually group them. Okay, I usually do it. This time I didn't do it because it didn't save on me, and that triggered me. So I didn't want to do it again. Alright. This is the final goodbye, okay? No more talking here. I'm getting off, okay? Alright. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed it. And we actually have a lot of followers recently. So that's good. We've been going up. Almost reached 200 followers. Appreciate that. So yeah, let's get to that goal. And I hope I see you guys next. I can't speak. I hope I see you guys next time. Have a good night or day, whatever the time it is, and enjoy life. It only lasts as long as it does. All right, Kimi out. Bye bye.